Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm back as guest designer for WPlus9, and today I'm going to make a cute kids card using this Happy Gang set. They are really sweet little critter images and they're a little bit different. They're actually a solid base image, and you do have to piece them together to create the actual critter. I'm going to use the puppy stamp and I've got some Toffee Crunch ink, so that's going to be the base of my image. And then there's a couple of layers. The next one I'm going to use is kind of just add some depth to the arms and around the head, and each of these images has the same sort of three-step stamping. The nose and eyes of the puppy, I've done them in black as well. And then the other fun part of this set is there's some balloons and they have letters that would stamp out the word happy, but I thought because I'm going to be doing a dog card, I thought I would stamp out the word yap. Why not? Because dogs yap. Well, my mum's dog yaps. It's only a little thing, but she's so sweet. Alright, this set has a matching set of dies, and that makes life easy. So I'm just going to cut out the 3 balloons. I did actually stamp an extra A because I didn't stamp that very well. So this little puppy looks just cute as he is, but what I thought I would do is just show you how easy it is to add some details and some depth by using some simple shading with some pencils. And these are my Prismacolor pencils. I've mostly focused on using some of the warm greys, so like the French greys, and a couple of darker browns, and then added some shading with the black. The trick here is to start off with less than you think you're going to need, and then just keep building on that and adding more as you go, rather than sort of overcommitting too early and then having to start again. So I am adding the shadows where I think they're going to add some depth to the image. So it's making him look a little bit rounder, so around the edges and beneath his arms. I haven't actually blended the pencil out, so I can use my eraser to remove some pencil if I find it looks too dark. I'm not happy with the colour that I've added, which happens sometimes. I've also decided to add 3 balloons, and this balloon string comes in that set. I did take a Copic marker and draw some little eyebrows on him as well, just to add that little bit of extra detail. To create some grass at his feet, I've got a couple of different colour Prisma pencils here. Start with my lighter one, blend it out, add some depth with the darker colour and blend that out as well, and then just adding some blades of grass sort of randomly and also over his feet, not just to make it look like he's actually standing within the grass in both the different colours. I want to add sort of a sky in the background. It's going to be quite subtle. This is a very pale blue pencil, and drawing my own clouds, sort of like a negative space, adding the colour above the cloud, and then I can blend that out. I'm also sort of adding some more depth around my image, and then using sort of a cross-hatching technique with the pencil. I'm cross-hatching everything at the moment. I just like the added texture that it gives, and these pencils look amazing, especially when you get into the yellows and those beiges. That cross-hatching just adds such a different dimension to your project. So to help my clouds stand out just that little bit more, I am adding some lines with the same blue colour pencil. My sentiment today comes from the Friends from For All Seasons fall set, and I've got some Onyx black ink and I'm stamping out a speech bubble that says hi. I figured that's what yap means in dog speak. I'm using the coordinating die to cut that out just to make life really simple. And then what I decided to do, I wanted to create my own design paper, and a really good cheats way to do this, to get something that matches your design and colours that you've used, is to make it yourself. So I've got the balloon string and I'm just repeatedly stamping that down a scrap piece of white cardstock. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not getting too stressed about the lines. I think it looks fairly even. The angle kind of did change a little bit near the end, but that doesn't matter. You'll never notice that in the card itself. And then I've got some Copic markers that are the same 3 colours as the balloons, and I can just simply work my way down the stripes, filling them in and having like a fun bright paper that matches perfectly. It's so easy to do. So now it's time to piece everything together. I've used my stamp runner on the back of my design paper and adhering that directly to the front of the card. Use some foam squares on the back of my little scene panel and just popping that up so it looks like it's kind of coming off the edge of there. Now time to adhere my balloons, and the middle one I'm attaching direct to the scene, and the other 2 I'm just going to pop them up. I've got some foam dots that are only like 1 millimeter thick, so they don't pop off the paper too much because this card already has some bulk to it. It'll just make it easy for posting. Probably better maybe to give it out as a hand given sort of card. It won't get damaged in the mail then. My little speech bubble, I've popped that up as well, and then I decided to add some enamel dots. I've just gone through my stash here and just grouping those together in 3, just sort of off the edge of the panel, and using similar colours, except for some reason I decided to use grey. And then as a final touch I did add a couple of little white gel dots to his eyes just to give him a little bit of life. And that's it for my card today. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks WPlus9 and Dawn for having me. I've had a blast. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.